Hey guys, Tom here. I'm here today to show you more Fall Guys gameplay and more importantly, talk about the recent Xbox news. I've been an Xbox fan since as long as I can remember. I got the original Xbox a few years after it released in high school, spent countless hours playing the best port of GTA San Andreas, the OG Xbox version, gunned down enemy mechs in Mech Assault 2 Lone Wolf, got addicted to outrunning cops in Need for Speed Most Wanted, and even got the Xbox port of Half-Life 2. Not to mention spending countless hours in Halo 1 and Halo 2. Beating Legendary difficulty was such a grind. It was such a phenomenal time in gaming, and I didn't even get Xbox Live until the Xbox 360. The Xbox 360 is when Xbox truly hit its stride. My physical Xbox collection is still the biggest out of all my physical games. I spent 10 days plus each playing Halo 3, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty World at War, Battlefield Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, Halo 4, and Halo Reach Online in the multiplayer arenas. I got to the first Prestige in COD 4 Modern Warfare. I got to Max Rank and Prestige in Modern Warfare 2. I got to Colonel 14 in Battlefield 3. Got pretty high up in the ranks in Battlefield Bad Company 2. Got to Major in Halo 3. Got to Max Rank in Halo 4. And got Noble Rank in Halo Reach. That's a lot of online gaming. I think it's also my biggest collection of games because of the Xbox One and Xbox Series X emphasis on backwards compatibility. I'll always be able to play these old games as long as the Xbox servers are still online, or be able to play them on my Xbox 360 Slim for as long as that works. The Xbox One is when Microsoft fumbled their considerable lead in the new console generation. They truly had to win with the Xbox 360. Then, when they tried to introduce the Xbox One as an always online media machine, they lost the plot. I don't think we'll ever forget Don Matrix saying, "We have a machine for people who want to play offline. It's the Xbox 360." Instant fail and caused them to lose that generation against the PS4. I have a sizable Xbox One game collection, but my Xbox 360 collection easily has it beat. Finally, we get to the Xbox Series generation with what most people consider to be another fumble off the bat, releasing two separate SKUs, the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S. Initially, the Xbox Series S seemed to be a great value. It costed $300 and was often coupled with months free of Game Pass. Or you could finance the consoles with Game Pass for about $20 to $30 until you paid it off the full price of the console. I think this may have been a little more expensive than buying the console outright, but the added value of Game Pass was definitely there. In the past, you could do this with either series console. I believe they called it Xbox All Access or something like that. The Xbox Series X was a good deal more expensive than its lower performance, lower cost brother, but you definitely got value for your money. Playing in 4K, 120 FPS, months free of Game Pass, and if you want to resub in Game Pass afterwards, the price point wasn't too bad. There also used to be a hack for this. You could still buy Xbox Live Gold and convert it to Game Pass, giving you, if memory serves correctly, initially a 1-to-1 conversion, and then them nerfing it a little to 75%, and then later again to half, I believe. You were still paying a much lower cost to get either Game Pass Standard or Ultimate. Fast forward to the past few months with Xbox and Microsoft. It's been overall a bad year for Xbox. For a while, it's just been bad news after bad news, console sales at an all-time low year over year. They laid off a record 9,000 people. They increased the prices on all current Xbox hardware. Xbox desperately needs a win. They announced the ROG Xbox Ally and Xbox Ally X. Then finally, what a lot of people consider to be the nail in the coffin. On October 1st, a couple weeks ago, Xbox raised their prices and rebranded all their Game Pass tiers. They became Essential, Premium, and Ultimate. The big news here was that Game Pass Ultimate shot up in price 50% from $22.99 CAD to $33.99 CAD a month. This amounts to an astonishing $407.88 a year before tax, and if you live in Quebec, you're taxed a pretty crazy 15% on most things. So this essentially means you're actually paying $469.06 a year for Game Pass Ultimate. They also raised the price of PC Game Pass by about $5 from $11.99 to $16.49 CAD at the time. At the same time, probably thinking most people wouldn't notice. Also of interest, many retailers have decided to drop Xbox games and hardware as they do not sell and take up valuable shelf space. Retailers have decided to drop the Xbox or have been rumored to drop Xbox include Costco, Walmart, GameStop, and Best Buy. Luckily, the prices for Essential and Standard tier didn't go up, but this update ultimately shafted a lot of longtime Xbox fans. The official Xbox website crashed multiple times because of people wanting to cancel their Game Pass subscriptions. I myself cancelled my Game Pass Ultimate subscription and have no plans to return unless they lower the price substantially or I elect to go with the lower tier, probably the premium tier for $17.99 a month, which gets you to $215.88 CAD a year and $248.26 total a year with tax. PlayStation Plus is still cheaper for a year if you elect to go with the extra tier, which gets you the game catalog, monthly games, and Ubisoft classics. If you elect to go with the premium tier, which I did this past year for a small upgrade fee, but will definitely not do this year, it becomes more expensive than the mid-Game Pass tier at $224.99 CAD a year and $258.73 CAD total with tax. Also to note, PlayStation usually makes their PS Plus tiers more lucrative in November as they often have deals for yearly memberships, which is what I have done year over year. Nintendo Switch still has the best deal for their online gaming subscription at $29.99 for their Nintendo Online plan solo, with the price being a little more if you want to opt for a family plan. Each year I go for the Nintendo Online Expansion Pack tier, which gives you access to online multiplayer, all their emulators, included DLC, GameCube classics on the Switch 2, and a free Switch 2 upgrades for $69.99 CAD a year. Of course, if you were just to play Steam games on your PC or PC handheld, boom, that's free multiplayer as long as you're paying your internet bill, and those extremely lucrative Steam sales discounts. I myself have a massive Steam library of over 500 games, and I'm able to play them either on my gaming PC or my original ROG Ally with the Z1 Extreme. The ROG Ally is also where I mostly play my Xbox games, as long as they are Xbox Play Anywhere or Xbox PC. I've upgraded the ROG Ally to have a 2TB M.2 SSD, which have much more space on my PC and have much more space on my PC with added SSDs. I'm planning to eventually get a better graphics card. I'm currently rocking a 1660 Ti and want to move towards a 3000 or 4000 series card. If you were hoping our Xbox ROG Ally and Xbox Ally X would be the savior for Xbox, unfortunately I don't think that'll be the case either. The base model Xbox Ally costs $800 and the beefier Xbox Ally X costs $1,300 CAD respectively. They are neither affordable and only about 15 to 20% more efficient than a Steam Deck OLED or ROG Ally with the Z1 Extreme, so I'll be sticking with my ROG Ally. A Redditor by the name of Moore's Law is Dead has also recently leaked the specs of the next generation Xbox. He has a decent track record and usually tends to be right about console leaks. From the leaks, this thing looks to be like it's going to be a beast. Likely 250 to 350 watts TDP, 68 RDNA compute units, 3 times Zen 6 and 8 times Zen 6C chips, 48 gigabytes of GDDR7 RAM, and this is just the stuff that I somewhat understand, targeting a 2027 launch. Most people think this is way too soon, and I somewhat agree, although the Xbox One also had a same lifespan of 7 years, from 2013 to 2020. Going back to these specs, this thing will likely be the most powerful Xbox ever, and as Microsoft has claimed, the biggest leap in their console generations, and on par with the best gaming PCs, if not almost as powerful. You'll be able to install all your PC gaming storefronts, i.e. Steam, GOG, Epic, Ubisoft, EA, etc., and will probably run a scaled down version of Windows. But with this power comes a price, and it will be steep. It's rumored to be anywhere from $800 to $1,200 US, which is going to be insanely high, eye-watering prices in Canadian dollars that I don't even want to talk about or think about. All of this news leads to what many people think will be a bleak future or even the end of Xbox for Microsoft. As I've been an Xbox fan most of my life, beginning with the original Xbox, then Xbox 360 and Xbox One, and finally getting a Series X and ROG Ally, later becoming a Nintendo fan with the Wii and Switch 1 and 2, a PlayStation fan with the PS4 and PS5 as well as the Portal, and buying a used good condition PS2 and PS3 and acquiring a sizable library of games. I hope it's not true. I hope Xbox is able to make a comeback either with a kick-ass new console or lowering their Game Pass prices. I'm hoping that they'll continue to release physical games, but I'm thinking that ship has mostly sailed at this point, even with Nintendo opting to have most of their games just be key cards to download the games off their servers. PlayStation's next console, the PS6, is rumored to be a Switch-like, as powerful as the PS5 and being a handheld that can be docked as one SKU, and a more powerful home console as another SKU. The next generation looks interesting, but I guarantee it'll be expensive as hell. I always look to YouTube for my gaming news, and there's never a shortage of feed. The Actman has made an extremely interesting series of videos about the decline of Xbox that I recommend you check out. I also follow Rich Tomorrow, formerly Review Tech USA, IGN, and the official Xbox YouTube channel, as well as other tech YouTubers. With that, I think that's about it for this YouTube video. I'll leave you with a little more footage of Fall Guys gameplay. I'm hoping I'll be able to finish this most recent Fame Pass and get the new Halloween cosmetics by completing the challenges. It's a little more difficult getting in more game time as I now have a pretty decent full-time job that keeps me busy, and I have to split it up between my modern consoles. I recently caved and bought a Switch 2 for Mario Kart World and Bravely Default 1 HD Remaster, so I'm thinking I'll do a review of that console/games, albeit my small amount of game time on it. Hoping to make another video on that in the near future. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and follow if you like the content. This is Tom, signing off.